Chairman of ENGIE, is with me now. Good to see you, sir.
Hello.
You really got caught in the middle there, didn't you? I mean, nothing you could do about that.
No, I think it's a government decision to introduce a new law into the parliament and start the discussion. And indeed, we are seeing the unions protesting this.
Have you taken a position on this as a company?
We have not taken a specific position, but I think there is clearly a need to balance our retirement scheme in France. And I think the government proposal goes into this direction.
You're preparing for more disruption?
I think the discussion in the parliament will last a few weeks, and there will probably be other demonstration during this period.
Let's turn to energy and the issues with Ukraine. The view now seems to be that Europe will escape.
Yes. I think Europe will escape outage. Europe will escape the lack of gas or electricity. We are in a pretty reasonable position these days. Gas storage are at a very high level. LNG boats are flowing into Europe. And yes, we are confident that we'll go through this winter without major damages.
Has the necessary structural changes been made? I don't want to push forward too far, but for 23 into 24, because people are saying, really, the issue is not now, because we're sort of on the downside of this, but it's really 23, 24.
I think it will take a few more years to make the structural changes which are necessary. In fact, we need to secure long-term gas contracts from the US, from countries like Qatar, and they don't have capacity available for this contract until 27, and it means that today we are getting boats, but on a spot basis.
Right, so does this mean you're having to pay more for it all? I mean, does this mean you're basically, your traders and your people are literally ringing around the world saying, can I have a bit next Tuesday, please?
Today, I think the market is reasonably well balanced, but one of the reasons is that China's economy is not running at full speed. So we are looking very carefully at what's happening in China currently.
We've had 2 or 3 guests this week who've all said or alluded to this. Do you believe that as China ramps up into Q2, there will be an increase in prices because demand will be that much higher?
There could be an increase in prices. I think there are still debates among experts, but our experts at ENGIE, we feel that we will be able to refill our storage and go through the next winter again without any issue regarding access to energy.
One oil company chief here said to me, we might be fooling ourselves a bit overall. The reality is the risk is on the upside for prices.
From where they are today, there's probably a risk on the upside. But today, gas prices in Europe were at 60. They were at 300 euro per megawatt hour at the end of August. Historically, they were much lower. So starting from where we are today, there could be a bit of an upside risk if China consumption moves up significantly.
How are you doing between the fossils and the renewables? Everybody is putting huge resources. We know there's not enough money at the moment to do this.
In fact, the issues might not be money, but ENGIE has made a very clear choice. We want to move big way into renewable. Last year, we have connected 4 gigawatts to the grid, 4 gigawatts of new capacity. We are willing to move as quickly as possible to 6 gigawatts of new renewable assets per year. Our objective in 2030 is to have 80 gigawatts of renewable power available. So clearly the choice for us is to move strongly into renewable.
We're at that time, sir. We're at that time.
So
you pick a colour and you join me at the wall.
Okay, very good.
Oh, blue, of course. Blue is the colour. Everybody's going, oh, well, let's see what Interpol does later. Probably go red for a red notice or something. Right, the worry board. What's your biggest worry at the moment? Global recession, inflation, Ukraine energy crisis, COVID, democracy, and or you can write something in yourself.
All of these are very relevant, but as my job is to make sure that we supply energy to our customers, I think energy crisis would be the first one. But again, the China reopening, no one has ticked, but for me, I think it's really a point of attention.
It's good to see you, sir. Very grateful to have you.